Alrighty, hello everyone. Hello to the Boozy Badger raids. That's a lot of eggplants. Oh gosh. It's a good thing I like eggplant. Hooray. I believe everyone can hear me. Hello! And I believe my broken fingers are waving at folks. At least I sure... Yeah, look at them go. These bones are non-Euclidean. Hooray! Thank you, Tybron. Wait, look closely at the eggplant. It is very small. Wait. I can zoom in. Am I gonna regret this? I think I'm gonna regret this. Okay, I have... Whee! Look at them all! Alright, I can't read the chat now, so now I have to... reduce... there we go. I completely messed up my entire Windows setup. Okay. Welcome to Dooming with me, Dragor. There's nothing wrong with a small eggplant. All eggplants are valid. Alright, let me join this game. This is Dooming with me, Dragor. This is where we play a heavily modified version of the classic Doom 2 game. This particular mod is called Quake Champions Doom Edition. If you would like to play along, you can go to dragor.me/doom and you'll get all of the files you need. If you are not on Windows, you're on Mac or Linux, you can get a program called Xandronum. You can find my server. It's called Dragor Drag It Doom, and in theory, it'll auto-download everything you need for you. Thank you to Ace Tigress. Yeah! We're doing some classic deathmatch right now, and then... I do believe we will switch over to Instagib, which is instantaneous frags and railguns. It's this weapon I just have, the green beam of doom. But today's little miniature episode, normally I try to have guests and we do interviews or we do riffing. A couple of the more recent episodes, my brother Jumbles and I have been going through each season of Farscape and talking about that. Sometimes we have folks on that are just fans or domain knowledge experts in things like cooking or biotech for hearing aids. Way back when, I had Frederick Fox on, who is the creator of the A Fox in Space cartoon. But yes, today we are talking about First Squared, and you can see the message at the top up there, firstsquared.com. We are having our online... COVID-safe event this coming weekend, February 26th to the 28th. If you go to firstsquared.com/schedule or follow any of the links on the site, you can see we've got quite a packed programming schedule of different types. The big thing that we're trying to experiment with and do for this one is what we're calling the artist/dealer multi-stream. It goes by many different names, but the main idea there is having multiple dealers or artists doing their own individual Picardo, Twitch, YouTube streams, or what have you, and having them send a separate visual-only feed that we're going to slowly rotate through on one widescreen streaming page, with the hopes of that'll give some kind of feel of browsing in a dealer's den or artist alley. And then if you want, you can hop over to that dealer or artist stream directly. Since we won't be sending their audio through, we're also, you can see on the schedule page, we will have some other panels and music acts displaying alongside these streams. We hope to post the final dealer and artist list. If not today, that's going to go out tomorrow. We've gotten a bunch of wonderful responses, and I do think we have room. So if you or someone you know would want to try and join this little experiment, we'll announce again at our First Squared Twitter, and we'll also make posts to the firstsquared.com website. So that's one of the many things. Oh, Jesus. That is a very angry Duke Nukem with a BFG that I somehow miraculously survived. And that was a network error. Is that a boozy facepalm emoji? That looks like a boozy facepalm emoji. But yeah, a bunch of us are going to play this. We play every week. We do change out the mods here and there. Once in a while, we do cooperative. We sometimes, it's been a while, we do team modes. So we've done Capture the Flag or this fun little mode called Skull Tag. Mr. Sparkle. Mr. Sparkle. Good old classic Simpsons. A bunch of our staff at First Squared have been putting in a lot of effort to make this happen. Huge shout out to Benny in the chat, by the way, who has been doing excellent work creating interesting little bumps that are going to go out for, like, between our panels on the stream. We also have some wonderful content from our charity, Hawes. They have been our charity since year one. They are located out of Waukesha, Wisconsin, and they do a lot of wonderful, wonderful things. I believe Benny and Sue, their cat Herman, was from being visited at First Squared. Their name is Haws, Haws. And then, as Boozy said, I want to call this out there and actually let me stop playing and get fragged a bit because I do want to post this link again. Rob Hogan has been a friend of First Squared's, and then also to Alkali and everyone who does LARP in the Midwest region. Through Nero. Rob has been a dear friend of ours and has fallen on some hard times, had an aneurysm, unfortunately, and needs our help. In particular, I posted the link. Tomorrow, Rob goes in for a third procedure. There's a bunch of history and posts on that site, and they are both hard reads, but at the same time wonderful in that Rob is still here with us, which I greatly appreciate. Rob always manages to find a good sense of humor about things. In his own words, these aneurysms have been hereditary, and he basically lived under the assumption that not only this would happen, but this would be the end. So, as awful as this is, he is counting it as luck that he is still here to make these posts. Rob has done, if you've seen a bunch of people post about it, he does a bunch of awesome paintings and does at convention weekend painting commissions. If you've ever been to the First Squared dealer den, you have seen Rob with all the existing pieces up and working on at convention commissions, which is really cool. So you can see the GoFundMe link there. Unfortunately, Fortunately, Rob has been able to make a living off of his art. The downside of the effects of the aneurysm right now has been double vision preventing working on art as well as just general neural fatigue. So that is why we are continuing trying to help our friend and our fuzzy animal friend as well. Every year, one or more Rob paintings ends up in the charity auction and raises a bunch of money for our charities. Always wonderful. You can also, if you've seen the compilation videos, Rob's an improviser with us. If you have ever been to a Whose Line Is It Anyway that Alkali and myself put on, and SemJ as well, Rob Hogan gets on stage and has some very witty, if not outright challenging comedic one-liners that make our jaws drop, and we love every moment of it. We sincerely hope that First Squared 2022 is going to be in person, and we do hope that Rob will be able to not only join us, but be able to work on art as he loves doing, and make us all laugh and help the charity as we do every year. Ow, ow, ow. This is basically how this goes. Various forms of monologues or discussions, and then much cursing when the gameplay of this fast-paced fragging does not go well. Well, that one did. Surprise rocket to the face. Frag. Speaking of clones, y'all see they cloned a ferret, I think? Just imagine multiple alkalis. The liquor industry, buy stock. That's an over-exaggeration. Who am I kidding? Oh, wow, I got Cyrus. Cyrus is usually pretty good at this. Yeah, John Maniac. I gotta read the article for specifically what they did and the details of it. But I'm one of those terrible people that reads headlines and then spreads that information. I really need to not do that. First sheep, now ferret. Well, you have to start with cloning sheep because it fits into the flock. Cloning ferrets just means more things are gonna go missing. Also, war dancing and duking. Which is gonna win in a clone fight? Ferrets or sheep? They'll have to duke it out. Yes, there are horrible, horrible puns. It was a black-footed ferret that had been dead 30 years. They are attempting to increase genetic diversity. Interesting. One of the other things that we discuss regularly here, especially if Jumbles is around and a couple other folks, is various sci-fi concepts as well as just scientific research and things of that nature. Ow. Ow. For those of you who have not seen any of the Quake series games, that weird Q-looking symbol that is very purple is called the quad damage. It is a 4x damage multiplier, and if you see the purple flame glowy stuff above someone's head, that means they currently have it and are probably very, very dangerous. Excuse me. Oh, hello, Zoran. Hello, Silence. Oh, excuse me. I had 2 bites of leftover pizza 20 minutes ago before doing this, and I am already paying for it. Such is my lack of genetic diversity. Wait, that came out wrong. As far as I am aware, I am not a product of lack of genetic diversity. I am just a limping recessive gene. Because it turns out, if you combine enough genetics, not only do you get good things, you get the negative ones. And as I like to say, my existence is a credit to science and an affront to nature. Were it not for human developments and the scientific method, I would not be here. Although, of course, if you follow the whole state of the universe thing, the only reason I am here is because I am here now. That's a bit too meta for this first-person shooter. Oh, who ran by me? Other things we have going on for First Squared that is a bit of an experiment this year. We a couple times at First Squared have had, at the in-person conventions, have had convention-wide games. The first one we did, I think it was Alkali's idea, I believe so, was a convention-wide... What shooter would you prefer to be meta during? Let's go with System Shock. That's got a lot of fun meta stuff. What was I just saying? Oh, we were doing a convention-wide game of Clue. We ordered a bunch of giant playing cards that had images of all of our super sponsors' poster personas. Also, if you've not seen... originally, Xander started it, and then with help, and then transitioned over to Axicor, Rose, and other folks that have helped out. If you did the crazy super sponsor poster tier, your persona was drawn into a giant themed collage for First Squared that year. And the first year we did the con-wide game, we didn't tell anyone that we were doing it. At least I don't think we did. And that they were on these giant playing cards. So clue is you have to figure out the person, the place, and the item that was responsible for the murder. So Alkali, as not playing in the game, none of us as staff did, is the first person to be murdered. And Narkiel was our game master, so I believe it was Narkiel, myself, and it was maybe Kadaze or Maki. Only 3 of us genuinely knew what the combination was. Alkali, having history as a magician, was not even allowed to touch the deck. And so we drew the 3 cards and put them in an envelope and sealed it. And that was the winning combination. And then throughout the weekend, we would hide these playing cards, so every time you saw one, you knew that wasn't the final answer. And so it's this giant elimination game. So sometimes Alkali would be walking around and a different card would be in the top hat. If I was in one of my clingy suits, but I managed to have a belt or a bandolier of some kind, I would pin one to my back. We would affix them to the panel listing rooms outside of each of our panel rooms. So you would have to go all across the hotel. We'd hide them in the fake bushes inside, all over the place. It was a lot of fun. Narkiel did a really good job of making sure all of the possibilities got spread out throughout the entire weekend. A couple of cards were hidden. We got the hotel staff in on it. So you had to say the correct word to hotel staff or some of our other programming staff wandering around. No, pin the card on the on the con chair is not the game we are playing. Please do not stab the con chair. So that was one of the games we did. Last year we tried... for the result of that, we genuinely had only one first place winner who got all 3 answers correct and won a super sponsorship for the next year. We did evolve the game a bit for First Squared 2020, and that was pretty cool. And then this year, we're taking a lot of the notes from all of our different ones, and we do have a new game to fit our Roaring 2.0's theme, or Roaring 20s theme. If you go to firstsquared.com/theme, you'll see a little bit of a summary of what's going on and what to expect and roughly how the game works. And in there, it will link you to the game website that myself and a bunch of others wrote custom software for that we hope works. I can try adding a bot, but what happens is it always resets. So we'll see if it sticks throughout the next level. I never did solve that issue. So bots are in. The website is con.glomerate.co, and we've got a fun retro theme on there. You make an account, and it gives you the ability to track your game progress. So hopefully that works out. I'm looking forward to it. I wish I could be more involved, but there's a lot of things going on for this event. I think the big thing that surprised all of us is putting on this virtual event has been a similar challenge as far as workload as the in-person one. It's just drastically different in how we organize. Obviously, Boozy has at least 4 panels on the schedule. Tobe, Skylar, and the entire programming department have done an excellent job putting that together. For the dealer stream and all of that was RJ and Pupson/Cappy. Lots of excellent work, and we've had a bunch of help there. Our website itself... Proxybyte, Ovan, Tesla Arcanox, and apologies if I'm missing anyone's name. I don't have the list directly in front of me right now. Do I have any other weapon? Oh no, oh no, oh no. All right, let's press F to use my special ability. Ooh, it fired after I was dead. Lucky me. Oh, Cyrus is cleaning house this level. Yeah, also, we will have the Dorsai helping us moderate on Discord. So, ways to participate. Our live stream is going to be broadcast at firstsquared.com. Discord is going to be part of the event. Watch out for firstsquared.com and the First Squared Twitter for when we announce opening the invite link. Hopefully, as part of being able to chat or speak in any of our things, you'll have to read our code of conduct and give it a thumbs up. I fully support checking out the events you go to, their codes of conduct. They are valuable in getting the most out of participation of the events. Dorsai is going to be helping us moderate and just help out on our First Squared Discord server. So much thanks to them for doing that. You have seen Crimson be our duty officer at First Squared and is heading up the Dorsai for this event, which is wonderful. We also have Silence in the chat as well that I don't know for certain, Silence, if you're on the roster for this one or not. But I hope so. We love you, Silence. We also hope to have VR chat. There's some interesting back and forth going on there with VR chat terms of use changing. We do have a wonderful, really cool Art Deco styled world ready to go that's got some cool stuff in it. So I genuinely hope we will be able to turn that on and provide proper links or invites to that. Again, at First Squared on Twitter or firstsquared.com. Hey, Taya, hope you're doing all right, or at least I don't like saying I hope you're doing all right because most of us, it's so long in the tooth for this lockdown and pandemic where getting by or doing less bad than before is at this point a glowing endorsement, unfortunately. Do we have a 1929 closing ceremony set up? Much like most of First Squared, we have a time block of closing ceremonies, but I'm not entirely sure what we're doing. Yeah, it's pretty difficult trying to find a job. I always say, the company I'm at, I am fortunate in how morbid it is. I work for, so if you go to a newspaper's website, and it has an obituaries section, there's a good chance it's one of the companies that I work for. So, other than the fact that the funeral home segment, that has all reduced during this, because it's unsafe to gather, unfortunately, for the type of mourning we're used to. I'm fortunate that I still get to work. It does mean I have been fortunate to donate and donate then some. You know, my convention budget is non-existent. I try to send to artists. I try to send to people in need. As we always say, it's Alkali's best line that I love to have learned. If you can give, give. And if you can't, spread the word, enjoy yourself, do what you can to stick around and have as much fun as possible. We will get on the other side of this. The vaccines are real. While the rollout certainly has been awkward thus far, it is rolling out. I do believe and hope that some form of conventions do happen this year. I do think they will. I think they will be safe to happen this year. And as I said, First Squared 2022, I hope will be in the last weekend of February. We don't have a contract signed yet, just because of how the pandemic happened. So we will announce as soon as that's ready to go. And yeah, any virtual events, you know, they're cool to check out. The biggest notable one that I saw, and just how quickly it happened, was Anthracons. And what they were able to do in such a short amount of time was really cool. There have been other events that are really trying to experiment. There are ones that try to do fully through VR chat. Ours does not have any registration. We know a lot of people are strapped and are struggling. So this is us, you know, Alkali being our finance person all of these years means we have a little bit leeway in our budget. So while 2022... we decided to operate 2022 on a smaller budget so we can do this for you all now. So we're not asking for any registrations. The donations to Hawes are going to go directly to Hawes. Shoot, where was I going to go with that? You know what? I'm going to switch game modes here for this next one and show off Instagib, because this is going to be a short little stream here. Just to give a taste, in March, I will be bringing this back with guests. I will have Anthracon's director of programming on back, Semjay, who founded Who's Line and was First Squared's first guest of honor. We want to have Semjay back. One of the topics we didn't get to when we were talking was service animals. One of the panels I believe they're doing at First Squared this weekend is disability in the fandom. So we're going to try and have a live discussion and interview around that. Let me change the game mode here really quick. Alrighty. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do that, and we're going to do okay, and we're going to restart. So we're going to do this map, and then we're going to do one more. And let's add bots. Oh, they're still here. Awesome. Oh no, Mr. Sparkle, railgunned. Ah. Shoot, I completely lost my train of thought. Oh no. Such is the challenge of playing what's called a Twitch shooter, or Twitch FPS. Recently, I believe these have been called boomer shooters, which is kind of funny to me because first-person shooters came out and were popular with people that were more Gen X than they were boomers. So, learn your age groups! I am old and I am technically a millennial. Sometimes I call myself a late-stage millennial. Is a late-stage millennial earlier or later in it? So, like, is a late-stage millennial younger? Or I am an elder millennial. Does that make sense? I don't know. We do have a lot of interesting panels. I will be running this at First Squared, and I'm still looking to hope to have an actual guest for the hour that I do this. And do the proper interview portion that I was doing leading up to this. Oh, gosh, let's see. What else? The last thing I'm going to sign off on, Chris Comedy Bun has been making some videos for us for the First Squared event. So we're going to play a video she made that only the staff of First Squared has seen so far. I very much enjoy it, so that will be the sign-off video for my stream today. I hope to be able to do that quickly. I think I will. Here's hoping in the year and a half of streaming I've been doing, I can quickly queue up and play a video. What else? Other ways to participate. Discord. So we've got the equivalent of the Zoo channel on our Discord. If you are an artist, we've got some rooms that we're hoping to do. Emil is hoping to put together, I believe, I could be wrong on who's running it. We hope to do some Discord art jams. So that should be nifty. I've been to a couple of chat groups where artists just have been doing that during the pandemic as is. So while we hope to have a VR chat portion, that is not the primary way. It is meant to be the two streams, the main event stream and the dealer multi-stream. Anything we have listed on the schedule that is quote-unquote secondary events is basically something where we said, hey, check this person out, but we don't have the ability to stream it on our own platform, so we will be providing links and times to where those, to where those panels will be hosted. I don't know if I said the stream is short tonight because the final, it's what Alkali deemed the go, no-go meeting, starts at 6 p.m. Central. So right after this stream. And I do need a little bit of a break to catch my voice and get prepared for that. But traditionally the way it goes is you decide in that meeting, are we last minute not having the event? We have never actually canceled last minute. I will say, for First Squared 2020, we had the most oh shit moment we have ever had in our lives because, you know, the news about COVID had started in, you know, November and December. So we're getting there, having our go, no-go meeting in either the last weekend of January or that first weekend in February, because we were Valentine's Day weekend. We were in the middle of February in 2020, and we're sitting there going, what if the outbreak's here? Thankfully, you know, it's unfortunate, obviously, that it happened at all, but we got really lucky that it did not impact our event. The crude line I keep saying is we went into that one with fingers and buttholes crossed. So we did have a very successful event. I don't remember the actual attendance, but it was over or right around 1,200 people. Ooh, okay. So we are going to switch to a map here that is affectionately called Jumpy Bullshit. I'm going to add the bots back in. It's a problem of this server that they keep getting taken out. One more time. So let's... Once it loads... For anyone who's played, this map is called The Longest Yard. I forget what it's originally called, but it's a very popular level from Quake 3 Arena. Okay, so there's all those people. And once everyone's joined, I will then add some bots. I do believe. All right, Mr. Sparkle, if you can join, I can then add more bots. Oh. There we go. 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 All right, we've got bots. The most fun that we do in this one is called high-fiving. It's when two people hit opposite ends of the jump pads at the same time, don't frag each other in time, meet in the middle, high-five, and both plummet to their doom. How do we commission a VR chat Mars Cheese Castle? There are people out there that I do believe take VR chat world commissions. I don't know how much detailed floor plans and pictures there are of Mars Cheese Castle. That would be interesting to know. Like, has someone gone and done a secret walkthrough? Yes! Longest Yard, Q3 DM17. We didn't play it in this rotation, but it is a remake in this Quake Champions Zoom Edition map, one of my favorite maps of all time. Although, for me, it does tend to require the Quake 2 weapons for it to really be effective. Q2 DM1, The Edge. It's very popular. It's been remade in a lot of first-person shooters over the years. Oh. Gosh, what do we have? We have some interesting guests. Skylar reached out, and I believe we have a special guest panel from Loading Ready Run. So I'm looking forward to that. We've got some new performers that have not done stuff with us before. We have Cassidy Civet, I hope I said that name correct, is going to be doing a live music panel for us. We have Pepper doing some stuff. I believe we have Foxamore doing a pre-recorded music panel for us. Uncle Kage. I'm told we have some software figured out for live closed captioning, which is better than nothing, but still hilarious, is what I'm told. So for anyone who is hard of hearing or deaf, I do hope it is of more benefit than not having it at all. We're trying to do what we can. We had a lot of lofty goals, and this lockdown has been rough on everyone, myself included. You know, I don't believe in hiding things or, you know, Xander and I have talked about it a whole bunch. Toxic positivity. Things are not great, and it's okay to acknowledge that. It's healthy to acknowledge that. And we missed some goals because things turned out to be a lot harder to do than we expected. But the silver lining, I don't know if that's the right term, but we are lucky enough to be able to want to do it anyway, and to be able to, in some degree, do it anyway. So all we really hope is that we can provide some rays of sunshine in these dark times, have some goofy, silly fun while doing it. I think that person just jumped on my head, and I just barely survived. Oh. What did I do? Oh my gosh! Yay! This is maybe one of the worst performances I've had at playing this game. I'll age myself. I'm comfortable doing it. It hasn't bit me in the ass yet, but this Thursday, I turned 35. So, DooM came out when I was 7. One of my earliest memories, I'm a little kid. There was an original game called Wolfenstein, and it was on the Mac. I think it was Apple IIe it was on. Someone in the chat might know this and be able to correct or confirm. And so I was never good at it. I was too little to really understand, but my dad would help my brother and I play Wolfenstein. And then Wolfenstein 3D came out. And my mom saw little kid me playing this violent game with guns. I've told this story before, but for anyone who hasn't heard. And my mom complains and goes, "How can you be letting little Dragor play that? That's violent and bloody." Now, mind you, this is low-res, pixelated violence back in the day, but violence nonetheless. And my dad's answer was, "It's fine. They're shooting Nazis." So I basically have been playing Wolfenstein, DooM, Quake. I've been playing these, what are now deemed old-school first-person shooters for as long as I can remember. This model here is a bit of a hybrid of the original Doom Imp and the ones from the Doom 2016 game, which I greatly have enjoyed. Fishy Boner, who was also one of First Squared's guest of honors, did my new ref sheet, which this model is based off of. All kinds of awesomeness. I feel like I got sidetracked by a lot of things. Okay. This map is horrible, so I'm going to do one more of the map we just did, and then that will unfortunately have to be the end of this stream. I will be doing a 1-hour proper interview stream for First Squared. I do believe that is Sunday at 2. I am on secondary event, so it will be on this channel and also broadcast through Restream, through the Alkali and Xander channel. Yes. Also, for anyone who is interested in watching the dance comp, we are well aware that the DMCA copyright bots are not only terrible and unethical, but they are a realistic problem we have to live with. So, we do have that on the schedule. Our judge commentary will be broadcast through the main First Squared stream, but we will be posting a secondary link where you can watch and listen to the actual full performances, but we won't be able to give that out until not too long before Public Domain Dance Comp. That was a suggestion, but the problem is a lot of people who have various routines that they're working on and figuring out already have the music picked. So the decision was, originally we were going to try and do a stream through a host where over-aggressive copyright bots weren't going to get us. That turned out to be, one of the things we learned about very late that kind of bit us. So, it's just kind of doing what we can. And that's kind of the whole theme. That's part of what I like so much about the furry fandom, even when it's in person, is we're a group of people that, unless, you outright cancel the event going to it, what's the worst case scenario? Oh shit, a bunch of furries showed up at the hotel. What do we do? So, someone got the flyer. Mr. Sparkle! Spoon Edgar Hoover. I don't understand why that is the name. If you mean spoon as in the cuddle maneuver, if that's what you want. Edgar Hoover's been a corpse for a while. I don't think that's what they meant by embrace the dead. Oh, my hope is one of these times to shoot the invisible person. I've done it before. Haha! Gotcha, Cyrus, but you were already visible. That's Boomer's name from 2 weeks ago. Got it. I don't know why I said weeks like that. So yeah, this has been a little mini stream where I monologue far too much. I always try. Xander, they have been on several times to help provide wittier banter than I alone could possibly provide, and also help with interviewing some of our lovely guests. Ash will be making a return. Willem will be on once we can figure out some scheduling. Willem, I gotta confirm. I want Willem to be the guest for First Squared, but I think there is a scheduling conflict. Willem is one of the people you probably have seen working behind the scenes at, oh my gosh, AV, working the audio desk back there, doing all those really, really cool switchboards. Who else am I looking for? Some of the folks who have been part of First Squared and are new, I would love to have on. I've tweeted it out before. If there's anyone folks are looking for to have a guest, ideally within the fandom, I've got no problem. It's anxiety-inducing, but I gotta get over it. So I am willing to cold request saying, hey, I run this small little DooM podcast. Would you like to be a guest and have a chat? Thanks, Ocean. Ocean has been watching on the Alkali and Xander YouTube channel, so thanks for stopping by. Oh gosh, 20 seconds. Okay. Oh, I'm actually winning right now. Oh no. Oh no. 10 seconds. It's possible to get 3 friends. Oh, I shot while invisible. Yeah. Woo! Hooray! This has been a highly amped up and stressed out version of Dooming with me, Dragor. Thank you to Boozy for raiding into this. Usually beforehand, Xander does a Golf with Furry Friends stream as well. We're trying to put together, just informally, more furry streaming blocks of content on Sunday and raiding into each other to try to make it a little bit more of a special event. I am now going to switch over to my hosting software. I am going to load this little 2-minute ad and bump, again done by Chris, the Comedy Bunny. She is awesome. All right, so this is going to be a media source. Apologies that I am awkward and slow doing this. I meant to get it set up originally, and time got away from me. Okay. Going once. Oh, I gotta exit out of this because audio's going through. Okay. Let's go to transform, fit to screen. All right, here we go. Thank you, everyone.
Extra, read all about it. First Squared, the Roarin' 2.0s. It's a wordplay joke both in the furry variety and the technological one. You see, because the theme is the 20s. But also, it's digital, so you have that angle, too. It's actually a pretty decent spin on a rather played-out idea. I'ma stop reviewing the premise now and get to some of the information. Sick of impulse buying stuff from an evil tech conglomerate like Amazon.com? Why not use that depression and impulse buy from some actual, real, individual people at the First Squared virtual Artist Alley and Dealer's Den stream? I don't exactly know how it works, for I am an uneducated, poor orphan child selling an outdated form of media conveyance. But needless to say, you'll be able to find it all at firstsquared.com. And don't worry, just because we're virtual doesn't mean you need a VR headset. There will be both a Discord hangout location as well as a virtual space in VR chat if you wish to actually sit around and chat with other people to work on the social skills no one has worked on in over a year and a half.
But I'm a poor orphan child. I can't afford this. I'm steeped in poverty like well over 30 million Americans are. What am I supposed to do?
We got you covered, tall man that I can only see the legs of. First Square, the Roaring 20s, is in fact 100% free to all attendees this year. However, if you can afford to give, feel free to give. A lot of people are working hard to make this event go on and can always use the money to simply help fund it for the continuation of following years to come.
All right, that's pretty cool. Thanks, orphan. I think I'll do that.
Consider following the Twitter, checking out the Telegram chat, or even going to the website to get more information on all of these things. Or buying a newspaper from me, the orphan child. Uh-oh, looks like I'm late for dance practice. Da-da-da-da-da, seize the day. This song is about workers' rights. Something, something, fuck capitalism. Rise up.